First of all, let me say this. I don't like the fact, and I don't know how y'all feel about it. I'm done with these division titles, okay? I'm done with these inferior teams having home field advantage in the first game of the playoffs. You the Rams, you win 12 games, you going up against Carolina who won 8 or 9 games, and oh my goodness, you got to go to Carolina. To me, the team with the best record in the regular season should have home field advantage. Period. That's how it should be. Just go to the top 7 seeds, okay? And then work it out that way. Having said all of that, I don't give a damn where this game is. The Rams better not lose to Carolina. Carolina is the inferior team. Congratulations on how they've been able to turn things around, but all they've done is become relevant. You know, nobody thinking about them winning no Super Bowl or anything like that with their mini-me quarterback. Bryce Young is a great trait talent. I like him a lot. I loved him at Alabama, but my God, how small he is. He is the equivalent of mini-me compared to these NFL monsters that he's on. I'm talking about size. I'm just talking about size, nothing more. Just talking about size. He's so small compared to the rest of these guys. I'm telling you right now, you got to hunt. Go after him. Make sure that you remind Carolina there's levels to this, and they ain't on it. And if the Rams fail to do so, this will be the biggest disappointment in the playoffs. This will eclipse Josh Allen and all of these other cats, losing to potentially to a Jacksonville, or Pittsburgh losing to a Houston, or something like that, or Chicago losing to a Green Bay. This right here is the one game that has no business having any outcome but one, and that's the Rams advancing on. Ain't no way in hell Carolina's supposed to beat the Rams, and that's the way it is.
I think that's the way the Rams felt the first time that they went there. When you intercept Matthew Stafford twice,
that was the regular
turn
season.
One for a pick six. Derek Brown, the comeback player of the year, forces a late fumble. And you could say Bryce is small. You could say he's mini-me. What he was on point in that game. What he was someone that could figure out how to beat Emmanuel Forbes with Coker, hit Teteroy McMillan over the middle on a deep pass. The Rams should be favored. The Rams are the better team. Puka, Devontae Adams, Blake Corum, Kyron Williams, and obviously Matt.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back. The NFL playoffs are here, and with them come the boldest takes on the planet. But sometimes, the most interesting predictions aren't about who wins, but how they win. That's exactly what Stephen A. Smith just laid out on First Take for the Bears-Packers bloodbath, and it's a take that deserves a deep, deep dive because it speaks to the entire identity of these two teams. He didn't just pick a side, he presented a playoff paradox. Let's watch the key moment right now. Play clip from 02:15 to 04:30. Clip ends. Okay, let's unpack that. Stephen A. Smith essentially said, Jordan Love will have a better game statistically, but he's still going to suffer a loss. Think about how wild that is. He's predicting that the losing quarterback will outplay the winning quarterback on the stat sheet. That's not just a hot take. It's a full-blown thesis statement on this matchup. And you know what? He might be onto something. Let's break down why this makes a disturbing amount of sense. First, Stephen A.'s logic, the burden of shoulders. His reasoning is crystal clear. The Packers' path to victory forces them to put the game on Jordan Love's shoulders. They need him to attack that Bears secondary, to be the hero. Why? Because, as RC pointed out, their run game might not be reliable enough to carry them. So Love will throw more, attempt more, and thus likely pile up more yards and highlights. Meanwhile, the Bears' path to victory is the exact opposite. It's about not putting the game solely on Caleb Williams' shoulders. Stephen A. highlights their league-high 33 takeaways. He points to their effective run game. The Bears' plan is to let their defense and ground attack create a safe, manageable environment for their rookie QB. Williams' job isn't to be a superhero. It's to be efficient, avoid turnovers, and capitalize on the opportunities his team creates for him. So you have one QB who has to be spectacular to win, and another QB who just has to be smart and steady. It's a classic case of volume versus value. The Bears' blueprint, a recipe for winning ugly. Stephen A. is preaching the oldest playoff gospel in the book: defense, running the ball, and winning the turnover battle. The Chicago Bears are built for January football in the NFC North. They don't need Caleb Williams to throw for 300 yards. They need him to convert third downs with his legs, like that 20-plus rushing yards prop, and to make one or two big plays when the Packers cheat up to stop the run. Remember, they split the season series. The game they won wasn't a Caleb Williams aerial show. It was a gritty, physical battle. Stephen A. is betting that in the third winner-take-all matchup, that physical, conservative identity triumphs over the Packers' more finesse-dependent, pass-heavy approach. The Packers' dilemma, the high-wire act. Now, let's look at the other side. Jordan Love has been brilliant this season, but Stephen A. is subtly pointing out a potential flaw. What happens when a team knows you have to throw? The Bears' opportunistic secondary, led by guys lurking for those interceptions, is salivating at that prospect. Love might get his 250-plus yards, but if he also throws a crucial pick six or a late red zone interception, a stat that doesn't ruin his passer rating but loses the game, then Stephen A.'s prophecy is fulfilled. The Packers' success is tied directly to Love's mistake-free brilliance. The Bears' success is tied to a collective, punishing effort. In the pressure cooker of the playoffs, which is more reliable? The rookie versus the veteran pressure cooker. There's another layer here. All the pressure is on Jordan Love. He's in his first playoff start as the guy, trying to uphold the Packers' legacy. Caleb Williams, as a rookie, is playing with house money. The Bears weren't even supposed to be here. This frees Williams up to play loose, while Love might feel the weight of every single play. That psychological edge plays right into the better stats, worse result narrative. My verdict: is Stephen A. a visionary or overthinking it? I think he's identified the key clash of styles perfectly. This game will be a referendum on team-building philosophy. The Bears are built like a classic playoff team. The Packers are built around a modern, elite quarterback performance. However, the danger in Stephen A.'s take is underestimating a hot quarterback. If Jordan Love isn't just good, but plays a perfect, mistake-free game, he can single-handedly shred the Bears' plan. Great quarterbacks exist to break game scripts. But Stephen A.'s bet is that playoff football, especially in a bitter rivalry, reverts to its brutal, fundamental roots. He's betting on the team that can control the clock, win the line of scrimmage, and force the other guy into errors. Even if that other guy puts up prettier numbers on the box score, it's the ultimate debate. Do you trust the spectacular individual or the complete, ruthless system? Stephen A. is putting his money on the system and the Bears. What do you think? Is Stephen A. Smith revealing the harsh truth about playoff football, or is he disrespecting Jordan Love's ability to rise to the moment and simply outplay the Bears' system? Let me know in the comments. This is the kind of strategic debate that makes the playoffs incredible. If you want more breakdowns that go beyond the surface, smash that like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.